Welcome to the Real Authentic People podcast. My name is Sade, and today our special guest is the Black Student Union. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Rishay.
And what's your position on the board?
I am the ESC representative.
And my name's Lashaya. I am the vice president.
My name is Allison. I'm the event coordinator.
Side note, I'm the president. All right, y'all. So here at the DEC, we aim to be a transformative, anti-oppressive center that disrupts white dominant culture and inspires marginalized students to unapologetically take up space and be leaders and decision makers of social change in our communities. We center the needs of students with marginalized identities. We're open from 10 to 7 every day on the weekdays and 10 to 5 on Fridays. Here at the DEC, we have 3 affinity programs, the first of which is called Thrive, and Thrive aims to create supportive and validating spaces for women of color to show up unapologetically as their full selves. We focus on developing leadership skills to support women of color students on campus, examining systems of power, privilege, and oppression as it relates to women of color experiences, and building lasting relationships and connections. The second affinity program we have is the Men of Color Affinity Group, or MOCA. And MOCA is dedicated to fostering a supportive community that empowers men of color through dialogue, mentorship, and advocacy. They aim to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion by addressing issues of identity, masculinity, and social justice while providing a space for personal and academic growth. Our third affinity program is QFAM. QFAM is a supportive program for 2 LGBTQIA+ identifying students. We engage in study sessions, fun activities, identity exploration, community building, and forming in connections with the LGBTQIA+ identifying faculty and staff across campus. Our last 2 programs here at the DEC is called Culture Corner and Find Your People. A Culture Corner is a place to foster discussion around socially relevant topics, and Find Your People consists of a space to collaborate with students and organizations and clubs across campus to facilitate community building opportunities around certain identities. Past Find Your Peoples have included first time in college, LGBTQ+ BIPOC, bisexual identities, and multiracial students. All right, y'all. Time to get into the nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty of today.
Yes.
So as I said earlier, y'all, we do have the Black Student Union here on campus, here with us today. So I just want to know, who are you? What's your major? How you feel? How you been? Period.
You want to start us off?
I got you. Like I said, I'm Rishay. I'm the ESC representative. My major is information technology and administrative management. Very boring stuff, but it pays the bills.
Period.
And that's the goal at the end of the day.
Period.
It's my first quarter at Central, actually.
Wow.
I've been liking it so far.
Okay, where'd you
nice.
transfer from?
Where did I transfer from? A community college in Auburn.
Oh, okay.
Green River. Shout out to Green River.
Hey, shout out to
shout out to my
Green River.
Gators. Shout out to
The
my
Gator
Gators
community.
for sure.
Period.
No, but yeah, I'm just not used to the cold. It's so much warmer on the coast. I never realized that. It's cold out here.
It's
Too cold.
crazy.
It's crazy
I
cold.
love it. Ah.
You like it?
Yes, I love the cold.
I gotta get outside, bro.
Hey, once it gets hot though, them gnats all up in your mouth, all up in
Oh.
your eyes, all up in your clothes.
In your hair.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and you're walking down. Hey, you got something on your face. What?
Well, especially if you're wearing lip gloss.
Oh my God, I had one stuck in my lip last year. Oh, it's so nasty.
Ooh.
I cried.
Ew.
I cried in the middle of the walkway.
It's understandable.
I would do the same. Honestly. I can't blame you. Yeah, that's me.
Period. I'm Lashaya. I am a third year, majoring in social services with a minor in law and justice. And I'm from... Okay, so I'm from Camas.
Wait,
But everyone knows where Vancouver is, so I usually say Vancouver.
Mm.
So it's close to Portland,
Mhm.
which is kind of close to Tacoma.
Mhm.
And then you get here.
Well,
That's a
I
joke.
am not majoring in geography for a reason, okay? So, but yeah, that's a little bit about me, I guess.
Isn't Camas High School's mascot like paper makers?
It is. I didn't go to Camas though. I went to Evergreen.
Oh, gotcha.
Evergreen.
I've always
Evergreen.
wondered
That's a decision.
who made paper makers a thing.
I'll get back to you. What?
I've always wondered who made paper makers a thing.
Wait, what's a paper maker?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
That's
fun.
that's the mascot though.
Oh.
Yeah.
did they have like a costume?
I never saw it.
I never went to Camas High
Like a-
School. I just
Camus.
If someone went
I don't
there,
know.
I would love to know.
Like
my
a
gosh.
pep rally? Someone comes out with
It's the SpongeBob drawing.
Oh.
like...
Now what was that about? We going Evergreen to choice? Are we just making high school now?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's a choice. It's a cute little green school. Cute little choice.
Mm-hmm. Where's where'd you go?
Mm.
Exactly.
Oh.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm Allison. I'm the event coordinator, and I am a third-year theater production major. And I am from the west side. I was at I live in Puyallup, so I can't really judge.
Did you go to the, oh,
That's true. Loki. Shout out Puyallup.
Mm.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Rogers. I love Rogers. I love Rogers. I promise. Guys, I promise.
Shout out Rogers.
No one kill me.
Period. So now that y'all, met all of us or whatever, so I think we should go into what BSU does on campus. What the I guess the overall question is what the point is. Okay. So main events, meetings. Can you guys tell me a little bit about that? Yes, VP.
We meet. We meet every Thursdays in Black Hall 105 from 5 to 7 on Thursdays. And, oh gosh, what? We do so much, honestly.
That part.
Where do we start? Y'all need to chime in. I try to think.
Okay, yeah. Like from my view, because
Mhm.
this is my first time on the board, like I usually just sit in. It's a lot of just like getting to know your peers, which I really like. But like the amount of times we do like icebreakers and talk to other people, it's really just that. And then like also learning with your peers about like your culture's history and stuff like that as well. Like I love the topics when we talk about fashion. I love the topics when we talk about science or when we talk about like historical figures. Like that's super important that you're not only learning that, but you're also learning that around your peers where you can have open discussion and kind of just feel really involved in it.
Definitely. And also, you get to be around your community. So I know for me, on my end, I didn't know what BSU was until I came to Central, which was crazy to think about. But, like, ever since I've, like, been going to the meetings and being a part of the board, I've been able to, like, create a community with other people. And that's been such a privilege in its own. And just being able to learn and grow more. Like, oh, I didn't know about this person. I didn't know about this person invented this thing. It's just learning and being able to learn, like you said, with your peers. It's just been such a privilege, and it's so beautiful to see as well.
Yes, sir. Period. Okay, so the next thing I want to ask about is the Black Student Union's main events here on campus. Can you guys tell me a little bit about that?
I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. But if you are a senior and you're graduating soon or plan on graduating anytime soon in the near future, we have our graduation called Black Grad, which is basically where we are celebrating our graduates and all their accomplishments and how far they've come. It's a beautiful event to just really highlight, like I said, like the achievements of our Black students. It's important that they're being recognized for all of the hard work they've done, because being in college is a lot of work and a lot of dedication, a lot of time and effort. So being able to hold this event is really important. We usually have this event in spring quarter, right before the regular graduations. So there's that. And then my favorites, Showtime at Central. I am so excited for this year's, but basically it's a big talent show where the audience is the judge. And since I've been at Central, they take that very seriously here.
Shout out Mouse Dubin. Take it real serious.
Really seriously. But I don't know. I'm gonna chime to my president for this real quick. Doesn't this pay homage to a certain thing or something?
I feel put on the spot.
Oh,
Yes, so Showtime at Central does pay homage to Showtime at the Apollo. For all y'all that don't know, Showtime at the Apollo was held in the Apollo Theater in Brooklyn, in Harlem. Okay. And it was like one of the first theaters that would let Black performers on stage. There's so many different aspects. It's so beautiful. The actual theater, I've been there 3 times. Great place. It's just Black history in the making, and I just love it so much. And one of the most important aspects is the stump. I'm sorry, y'all, I don't know the history of the stump. But if you don't touch the stump when you come onto the stage, you get booed off immediately. And what happens when you get what happens when you get booed off?
so like I said, they take that seriously here. But we have a little we have our kikis
In our
or Sandmans. They will
yes.
sweep you off the stage.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. they gonna get you gone.
I think one year we had like that little hook thing, and someone went.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. We had a year. Shout out her. Girl was, seeing her thing and jumping over the broom.
And
I
she kept
remember
going.
her.
Come on now. It gets serious out here.
And also, shout out Jerry. He was wrong. I don't care. He was wrongfully.
Shout out Jerry. He was wrongfully judged.
He was
Yes.
wrongfully judged.
The whole wig and everything.
Yes.
Exactly.
Whole fit.
But yeah, no, this year it's going to be April 19th, 6 to 8 p.m. in the Cirque Ballroom. The cash prize is $250. Please feel free to go to CW_BSU's Instagram to audition.
Wait, did we raise the cash prize?
We did.
We did.
Oh.
So y'all want money?
And who knows what you'll see next year.
Bigger incentives, guys.
Earlier, when we were talking about meeting topics, you mentioned building community, and you mentioned being able to talk about Black history and historical figures. I feel like that's very important because a lot of Black history has been whitewashed, and a lot of people don't recognize Black history as American history, period.
Right.
And I think it's very important to build community because a lot of us who are here at this predominantly white institution feel very disconnected with ourselves and with our peers, especially going through heavy bouts of imposter syndrome. So I'm curious to know, did any of you guys feel imposter syndrome just coming onto a college campus in general? And if you felt that here at Central?
I can't really say I did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's real.
I really
That's
don't.
real.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always know I wanted to go to college. Like, that's been my plan, like, forever, like, since the 6th grade. Like, I've been really intentional about going to college because, like, for me, like, okay, going to college means I have more opportunities, have a chance to learn more, and make money. So,
It's all about that money. And
when I got here, I was like, okay, I'm here. Now what do we do? And then once I started getting, like, really involved, especially with BSU, like, my sophomore year, I was having so much imposter syndrome because I'm like, okay, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm kind of, like, teaching all these people. I'm like, are you sure you're meant to be here? Like, I don't know. Like, it was a lot. Like, even with, like, my new friends I was making, because it was really, I didn't really have any Black friends before I came here. So, like, creating all these new friendships and being around all these new people, I'm like, do they even know me? Do I even know myself? It was a lot to, like, navigate. But eventually, once I, like, kind of got over that, like, I am meant to be here, and I am meant to try to help others, and, like, I have, like, this wonderful, beautiful community. Thank you, BSU. I don't know, kind of just got over that because, one, I'm a Black woman in America. Yes, I have every right to be here. So, yeah, I was yapping a bit, but
no, we love it.
Yeah.
We love it over
Right.
here. Period.
No, I think I also got I got average first year imposter syndrome when I first came here, like during my first finals week when I was struggling. And, I asked myself the question of, like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? What is this doing for my craft? Like, do I need to be here? Who wants me here, basically? And it's kind of hard to find that when you don't have that community. So, like, when I started going back to BSU and, like, really learning about that community and also just learning about, like, history was super helpful because I was like, oh, I do have an importance here. I have a right to be here, and it's a really important and great thing that I'm here.
I just don't think I've been here long enough to feel a certain type of way. But if that changes, I will come to my community in BSU, and I will share those feelings.
Yes,
you
sir.
got your back.
Yeah. How's your first 5 weeks?
Yeah. How have my, what'd you say?
I said, how's your first 5 weeks
How have
been?
How have my first 5 weeks been?
I think it's been 5,
Yeah,
I think
6. I don't know,
5 or
guys.
6.
I don't know what
God,
week
I
it is
hope
in the
it's not
quarter.
week 6.
Guys.
Time is flying. Time is actually flying. It was just New Year's.
No,
That's
literally
crazy.
yesterday.
Yeah, I think that plays like the biggest part because the time has just been going by so fast. So I haven't even had like a chance to formulate an opinion on my time here.
And winter's the hardest.
That too. You can't really. There's nothing really going on outside.
Nothing but snow.
Nothing but snow.
Nothing but snow.
Basketball games.
I went to the boys basketball game the other day. Footy game. They were playing Alaska. They were playing Alaska. Alaska.
Like,
yeah.
was
like
it
a college. I don't know. It was just Alaska. That was who came.
That's
Came
a-
to lose.
That's a trip.
The freak.
Real.
They coach was walking up and down. He was like, "Get the ball!" I was like, "Per, get the ball, flopper." It's a great time. It's a great time.
That is a trip for them, bro.
No, literally, just to lose.
Just to lose
Yeah.
is crazy.
I'd be so mad.
I would be really mad. Oh my
Literally.
gosh.
They could take ferry trip back. Mad. Just mad. Mad on the ferry.
I
That
think
word.
I think
Mad on the ferry.
I think rugby also played like Victoria, like
Mhm.
Canada, and I was like, y'all took a boat just to lose. Shout out to our sports though.
Hey, shout out for Seawolf
Sports.
Athletics.
Sports.
Now let's talk about CU Athletics for a second.
Whatever.
So right before that boys basketball game, the girls basketball game played. Shout out girls team. I love women's sports, all of them. And there was a little halftime game that happened, and 2 students were injured in the game.
What?
What?
Yes, 2 students got injured, and injured enough to have a hospital visit, basically.
Really?
Yes. So
What was
like,
the game?
you know, where you put the 2 people in hamster balls and they run at each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was that? I always had
Oh,
that
that's always
gave me a
been
bad
violent.
vibe.
Exactly.
always been violent.
exactly. But my thing is like, not to ruin the mood or nothing. My thing is like, how far are we willing to go to parade our students around like show ponies before something bad actually happens to them?
Yeah.
And how far are we willing to put our CWO athletic students in situations where they have to be that show pony? You know what I mean? But I don't want to say I guess that comes with playing, you know, elite sports. I kind of felt that way when I got to meet Shaquem Griffin the other day. Yeah, I got to meet him
Shout out to
yesterday.
him.
He's a very kind man. He's a very kind soul, and honestly, he's just a godsend. Him and his shout out his mama.
His mama was
period.
laid.
Yes,
I
his
didn't
mama
see
was
her.
the
I
one
didn't
in
meet her.
we went and talked
We
to her.
met her.
She was
You
the
two
one
did.
sitting. Oh, you weren't with us.
I was at the snacks going crazy.
Them
I was at the
lumpia,
snacks
bruh.
going
The woman in
crazy.
the red suit?
Yes,
You were with us.
You were with
Was
us.
I?
I swear you were next to Allison.
Red suit, straight hair.
Maybe.
Up the front.
Maybe. I apologize to Shaquille.
Bro has no memory.
I don't.
Hey,
I
she was
don't.
blinged up.
I really don't. Was she? Where is she now?
Mm-hmm.
Shaquem, if you're
Let's see.
listening, we love your mom.
We love your mom and you. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
and
to
your
our
mom.
campus. Your talking points, the way you answer those questions, sir, you ate.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So, on this topic, on the topic of sports, did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I came
Well-
here for.
I watched.
Mhm, go for it.
No, I just watched one. I watched one very specific section.
Oh,
As
which,
you don't know.
which section was that?
Oh, the little,
Inform us.
greatest production called the halftime show.
Yeah.
Charu.
So how'd y'all? So, talk to me. Lay some knowledge down. How'd y'all feel?
I hit my table so hard, a bowl flipped. I was screaming.
Only acceptable answer.
Mm-hmm.
Not too
Kendrick
waiting.
Lamar. That man is a genius.
Yes.
Okay.
The storytelling.
It wasn't just the songs. It
Mm-hmm.
was history literally being broadcasted. Because certain attendees were in the audience. And
Mm.
catch my drift here.
The
But but the thing is, what really stood out to me the most when it comes to diversity, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he had all Black dancers, and I was just like, Kendrick, you could have let me perform with you. Come on.
Literally one call away.
Where was my call?
Literally, he's been emailing. But no, his performance was just so beautiful. And shout out Samuel L. Jackson.
Charu.
Oh my gosh.
When
like,
he first came on, I was like, oh, we're making a story.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew
Exactly.
immediately.
Give me the plot now.
no, literally. I know my downstairs neighbors were like, can she shut up? I was screaming the entire
Jumping up and
time.
down.
No,
Yes.
yes. Oh my gosh. But that was
Real.
that performance. He displayed so much. He showed so much heart. He showed the culture as well. And it wasn't just about, like the rap beat that was going. There was so much more than that. Because when he said turn the TV off, I truly feel like he meant turn the TV off and start making some change happen. You
Right.
know?
Exactly.
Like, don't pay attention. Like, yes, it's a football game. Yes, it's
Yeah.
fun. However, we're in a time now where we can't just be glued to a screen.
Right.
We need to be actively talking to each other like we're doing now
Just
and making
communicating.
things making things
Right.
happen and making things, shake it up a bit. Because you kept all the news. this is the worst halftime performance I've ever
Mhm.
seen.
Mhm.
I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
what was
tomato,
this? Like, why did they
tomato.
have him perform?
He said stop listening to the petty news and go get out there.
Exactly.
Exactly, because what is it all? Petty.
Mm.
But he did show me that it is okay to be petty.
Yes.
Biggest hater.
Because he's unlocked the hatred vault that I kept locked for so long. Now, there's so many different aspects of his performance that we could break down right now, but we don't have enough time. But I want to touch on the point you made about, certain attendees being in the audience and the message he was portraying. Yes, get up, get active, but also I think this shines a light on how other people have perceived hip hop culture, have perceived black people within our own culture, and how some black people don't want to be associated with the culture, so they cherry pick bits and pieces that they want to take with them and sit over in the audience with certain
Let 'em know.
attendees.
Let them know. Let them know. Let them know.
So I just want to know, like, what feelings it invokes in you guys when you hear people who are not of the culture talking about how his performance was underwhelming, how Beyonce shouldn't have won that Grammy, how, his performance just wasn't, he didn't perform these specific songs, but didn't hear the message that I'm not what you want me to be, so turn the TV off.
I think my biggest thing that I can like, if someone doesn't really want to know, I can't force them, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think one of my biggest things is just saying he told a story, and that no matter who was probably telling him not to do that, he still did it. And no matter what he put that story first. And it's like, even if you think it's underwhelming, if you think it wasn't great, maybe look into the effort that was put in, because there was an effort and you may just not be noticing it.
I don't know. Also, I feel like you said, people not liking it, people not getting it. I think the people who were hating on it didn't understand it. And if they did understand it, they just didn't like it because they couldn't relate to it. And at that point, it's like, that's unlucky for you, I guess. I don't know.
People are the biggest haters to things they can't understand.
Exactly.
Exactly, but why does it take a shock factor or the pillaging of my people for you to relate, for you to pay attention? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because as someone said, too loud, too reckless, too
ghetto.
Because when he said that, I went, you're so right. Because, oh my God, I hope they play All the Stars. Calm music. Luther. Calm music. But once we got Squabble Up, we got Not Like Us, it was all like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't like that. No, it's just too much. Beyonce, I can go on about this because I wasn't there to see the full Grammy performance, but I did hear the winners. So many black people. Amazing, thank goodness. But it was a problem when she won Album of the Year, right? Over someone else. Now, how come those same fans got real racist? Real fast. It was a
Real anti-black.
real anti-black. I'm like, doesn't your fave support Beyonce? Wasn't she singing some songs? Like, what happened?
Exactly. But doesn't your fave also walk around saying, "What's good with it, homie?"
So there's that. And the whole like, God's not even country. Let's do some history real quick.
Yeah.
Where did it come from, babes? Where did it come from? Let's start there. But also another thing is, black people, when it comes to music, I see how much we have to really work a billion times harder to produce the music that we want to tell a story. Because Beyonce, it wasn't just the trendy songs on TikTok. They always call the new music that's trendy TikTok music, but it's not. There's so much more to her music than just TikTok music. She's talking about a story. She's talking about how doing this country album, she didn't feel country enough, or people were telling she wasn't country enough. And you have someone else just talking about, not discrediting anyone, but like heartache. But I'm like, she's really talking about like who she has, her person, her identity, being black, being in this white space where people have benefited from doing things like she's doing, but when she does it, it's a problem. Everything I've seen black artists do, it's a problem when they do it. But when someone else does it, this is new, this is revolutionary. I'm like, no, babes, this has been going on for the longest time. So
Yeah.
I can keep yapping about this, but
No, that's real. I like how you said how you related that to TikTok music, and like just that really ate down because a lot of our culture is being just broadcasted on TikTok, various media platforms, which one is good. We have Hillman Talk, giving and receiving black information from black beautiful women, period. But then you have other people who get on TikTok and see black culture and go, I'm going to recreate sticky bangs. I'm going to turn this AAVE slang that has existed for decades, and I'm going to turn it into Gen Z slang, Gen Z talk.
That's true. That's very true. I see that
Right.
a lot.
So, yeah, I just wanted to capitalize off that moment, period. And I feel like, yes, Beyonce in that country music, Shabuzi, he said, what they say in Spaghetti? He said, I don't care what the crime is, I ain't saying nothing, period. And I think that was my top tier.
Speaking of country music and race,
Mhm.
can we talk about Post Malone briefly?
Yes, let's
Just
actually talk
briefly.
about it.
Post
Just
Malone,
briefly.
Eminem, Jack Harlow, all of them.
My issue with Post Malone is that he got famous off rapping.
Yes.
Like that made him.
It did.
He wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for rap.
Exactly.
But he's not paying any homage to it. He doesn't acknowledge it. And that bugs me. That bugs me a little bit. Just a little bit.
No,
I don't
that's
like it.
real. He don't know the culture. So I started watching this podcast, y'all. Shout out Grits and Eggs, because he had an episode where he was talking about this. Their host, and he was talking about how you got to know hip hop. We fell in love with hip hop and the culture at a young age because this is our lifestyle. People, what we would classify Post Malone as is a culture vulture.
Mhm.
Somebody who comes from outside the culture, which could be somebody of any ethnic origin, background, whatever. Somebody who comes from outside the culture, comes into the culture, takes an aspect of it, doesn't pay homage, doesn't know the culture, doesn't give back to the culture or the community or its people, and gets rich. Then once you get rich, you can take it all off. And you could go back to your clean girl aesthetic.
Mhm.
You can become a country music artist. You can become a pop star artist. But it's a problem when we have black country music artists, when we have black pop stars, we have black heavy metal rock music.
Yeah, we get it.
That
Yeah.
part, that part. And that's when it becomes a problem because blackness was never supposed to be in these spaces. You know, that's why I kind of, go with my quarrels about people like Ndochi. She talks about in one of her songs, Black Girl Nativity, period. People are forgetting that. She is talking to black girls who have been disregarded, who have been disrespected, who have been left behind. Her music creates a space for weird black girls to be like, period. And I'm cute.
Yeah.
What about it? So it's just like, yes. But artists like that and artists like people like Ariana Grande, people like Jack Harlow, they get famous, get rich off of having a black era, just like Justin Bieber, and then can
Right.
wash it all off and go back to the clean girl aesthetic.
Have you
I don't
guys seen the Ariana Grande memes about like?
Black like
It's so crazy.
I don't know how to
It
say
is
it first.
so crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's like you gotta be practicing that. Like that does not come
Literally.
naturally. That's a skill
Literally.
you gotta hone. And she honed
exactly,
it.
y'all practice it, and then that makes me think of like people like to sweep even bigger artists, like what they've done under the rug. Like Lady Gaga, she had a whole slave auction party.
Wait, actually,
Wait, did I
Yeah.
miss something?
that was
Yeah.
swept under the
What?
rug.
Yeah.
I did not know about that.
Oh my gosh.
Look it up. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. People are coming in blackface. It's a whole
That
thing.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Why did I just make eye contact with the camera and just like?
It's cray cray. I'm out of my element.
Having shock.
No, literally. But I just think that these conversations are super important to have because you guys are all very educated and young, and minds like yours is what's going to shape the future. Period.
Period.
I will say though.
Oh.
Before you continue.
Say
sorry.
something.
Oh,
Say
come
something.
on.
I will
talk to
say,
me.
when it comes to like, I definitely hear like, the older generation saying, oh, Gen Z is gonna be the one to, save, I'm gonna say this. I'm like, why weren't you guys doing this?
True.
Exactly.
Like, why did it have to come to us to have to be literally we were born into survival mode the
Come on,
entire
man.
time. Like, we've been dealing with so much, but like, y'all saw all the stuff that was going on and said, you know what? I'll wait for someone else to pick it up and do it. We are
That part.
only 20. Like,
Exactly.
I'm just starting my life. I'm just getting to know myself. And
kid.
you
That
could
part.
literally, like, I just graduated. Okay, I didn't just graduate high school, but like, still,
Right.
still, I'm just like, you guys had time to like change something, and you chose to wait to the next generation to do it, and congratulate them, but also. Low-key gaslight, like, oh, you can't be saying that though. Like, you can't be doing too much. You gotta do it the way they want.
Yeah.
No,
It's the classical conditioning, bruh. It's the classical conditioning. The impulse is the system, and the reaction is losing everything you have. That's it. That's it. Now, that's why we're still dealing with chemical warfares in our neighborhoods. We're still dealing with broken families, broken homes. We're still dealing with our sons being taken from us. And they want us to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. Whose bootstraps? what size boots are they, and whose image were they created in? Because it don't make no sense.
I want a book called Sade's One-Liners. I'm gonna buy that. I will
True,
buy that.
true.
All right, come into every what is that bookstore?
Barnes and Noble.
Every Barnes and Noble's near you. Period.
Isn't it just Barnes and Noble?
Barnes
Is
and
that,
Noble?
is it not Nobles?
No, I think it's Noble.
Is it? I think
Oh,
it's
it's
just
not.
one.
Because I think isn't it last names like Barnes and Noble?
I
Period.
remember it was a point of discourse. Same with J.C. Penney. J.C. Penney's.
What?
I don't know about y'all,
Yeah,
but
Penny.
it's being from the Midwest, we put an S on everything. Like my mom will say like the Walmarts or like we're gonna go.
Walmarts.
Like
Yes.
it's the S.
I'm going
Yes.
to the
so-
Walmart.
Oh, my cousin also pointed out that say cat.
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 Yeah, say cat.
Cat.
You don't pronounce your T. Say cat.
Cat?
Cat.
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 No, there's a T
Cat.
there.
There's
It's
a
in
there's
there.
a T, but you don't pronounce it.
Cat.
Cat?
You didn't pronounce T. Okay, say cat. Lachey.
Cat?
Say it again.
Cat?
No T.
Well, I
Say-
don't want to be like cat.
Yeah.
I'm petting my cat at the store at Barnes and Noble.
Now I'm thinking about it. 'Cause
After
I'm-
this, I'm going to the Walmart.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go pick up my cat from the vet. Like I'll say like I guess I say it more in a sentence. But if I just say it out, it's just like cat.
If it's the
'Cause I guess,
last
like-
word, if it's the last letter of the
Yeah.
sentence,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it off.
If
Yeah.
it's singular, the last one, I feel like I need it to fall off smoother
Mm.
rather than in the middle of a sentence. I think I pronounce the T a little more.
She says that is that Pacific Northwest accent.
How do y'all say bag? Bag. Bag.
Bag.
Bag?
Bag?
Bag.
Okay. I hear
Guys.
big once in a while.
How do you guys say yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. How do
Ye-
you say it?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Guys, real question. Wheelbarrow.
No, I'm not even trying.
We could do this all day.
Well-
we could really get into
say
it.
it again.
No. I know it's weird.
Wheelbarrow.
I was saying wheelbarrow for
You know what I'm
years.
saying?
Yeah,
decades.
wheelbarrow.
I'll
When I
say
was a kid.
wheelbarrow.
Okay, now you're doing too much.
Nope, that's how it goes sometimes.
I'm
Okay.
kidding, I'm sorry.
Wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow.
It's like getting made fun of.
Okay, y'all. I do gotta ask. You know, we've been talking a lot about doing it for the culture, doing it for the people, doing it for what you love. But what does doing it for the culture mean to you guys?
That's a thinker. That's a little bit of a thinker.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I say I'm doing something for the culture, it's like I'm doing something to remind myself and the people around me, like,
Right.
remind them what's up. Remind me what's up.
I think,
Come on now.
I think doing it for the culture also has to do with like building community. You're literally like learning about and like building your
Yeah.
culture and like letting it grow and just getting the kind of that word out and like letting it kind of just like I don't know what's the word, prosper.
Prosper. Ooh,
Oh yeah,
I love a good prosper.
big dictionary words.
prosper.
No, you guys nailed it. Like, definitely for the community. Definitely, I don't know. I wouldn't say, displaying is not the word I want to use, but, like, it's definitely for the community. It's also definitely for myself.
Mhm.
Like, you know,
Yes.
because this culture is so much. It's so beautiful. It's so unique in everything that it does from literally top to bottom. Like, everything that we do from our
Yeah.
hair, from literally the rhythm in our feet.
Well-
like,
Oh, we some poets out here.
but definitely, like, everything that we do is, like, about our culture. So, like,
Right.
we're saying we're doing it for the culture. It's truly for our community and for
This
us.
is for the culture.
Well,
Come
Literally,
on,
right,
right
exactly.
here. Y'all,
Yeah.
BSU After Hours. What's our podcast at, y'all?
That's what I was saying.
Come on.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Like when people say do it for the culture, I'm like, do it for the way of life. Do it for the
Mhm.
babies. Do it for the
Right.
babies.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's what's going on. So it's just like I gotta put on for myself, put on for how I live, put on for the way my brothers are living and the way my brothers who didn't make it out are living.
True.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you just
True.
gotta do it for your family.
Like
Yeah.
you said, the babies and the babies and so on and so forth. But it's also
Right.
like the people who came before us. We're doing it for them.
Exactly.
We're doing it all for them. For the
Exactly.
people
Yeah.
who didn't have the opportunity to do it.
And in like everything I do, I always say do it for the archives. Like
Do it for the
Right, 'cause
archives.
write that thing down. Take those pictures because people will look back and they will learn. So when you also say
Historians.
do it for the culture, people
Yes.
are looking back. They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn how it was like. They're gonna learn what's going on. They're gonna learn how to, ways to make things work. And I think it's kind of the same way in that way. It's like people are going to look back at this and what do we do?
Exactly. It's all about the legacy. What are you finna leave behind?
True.
Cause I seen on the podcast I talked about the other day, it was like it shouldn't have took so many of our leaders just to die just to get the right to vote.
We'll let them know.
just to get the luxury
Right.
to be in the same room as the white man when he's eating dinner.
Inform them.
Exactly. And yet we're still, hey, I could go on about this all day. But you know, doing it for the culture is the most important thing to me. And I feel like a message to all my other allies, supporters, just because you want to be heavily proximated to the culture, it doesn't take away your proximity to white supremacy, to white power, to that power structure. While we, you know, we going through the same things, there's a difference. There's a difference in the power structure in play here. And sometimes being so for the culture, being from outside of it, you take on aspects of the culture, not realizing that you're a part of the, I don't want to say whitewashing, but the whitewashing of the history of us, of our people. So it's just like, this is not a give and take relationship. This is not a push and pull relationship. This is a I respect you and you respect me relationship. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense.
That made perfect
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense.
Exactly.
We got it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Comedians are controversial.
And did you write it down with a comedian in mind, or is it just comedians?
Well, first, I'm gonna always go
average
back to Chris Rock. I don't care what nobody
Right.
says. I would have slapped him too. And then I also
Yeah.
go back to, I don't think they're comedians, but podcast hosts, like,
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, some of them.
whatever. I
Yeah.
can't remember none of them.
But
Well,
also, I feel like we have to think about the fact that part of being a comedian and part of like being like you see these popular podcast hosts,
Yeah.
the reason they're so popular is because they're controversial. Is
Well,
because they're
true.
saying something that everyone's like, oh, like,
Yeah.
did you hear what so and so said about something?
Personally, I'm a really big fan of Trevor Noah, and when
love Trevor Noah.
when he makes these jokes, he's not really like dogging on anybody. Like he's
Exactly.
either making jokes about his life and his experiences, or maybe he's making a joke about somebody. But like he was at I think it was the Grammys, and he made a joke to Taylor Swift about like, oh, if you win again, the Swifties are gonna come for you. Like making a joke being like, oh yeah, like basically, like you're doing so good, like if it's not you, who else would it be? Like just kind of like, it really wasn't like, I can't remember. I really wish I remembered, but he's not really attacking anybody. He kind of just makes these little quips, these little jokes that are still really funny without making fun of anyone. Like you see all these comedians and they're doing like crowd work, and they're kind of just like making fun of them, and it's like, okay, yeah, that can be funny, but like if I don't know you, like if it was my friend, it'd be like, okay, yeah, it's kind of funny, but like if I was just sitting in an audience, I'd be like, what makes you have the right to say that to me?
That part.
You know, when it comes to, I could also be so wrong about this, but like when it comes to comedians, because I grew up watching Kevin Hart, Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, if you know, you know, and there's like something like other comedians like I grew up watching. They didn't do crowd work, but then again, there's also Netflix specials, so there's that as well. But like I didn't see them do crowd work. They had like real, authentic stories to like share, and like they were funny. Like the delivery was funny,
Exactly,
you
yeah.
know. But now I'm seeing like a lot more comedians, and like I said, could be wrong about this. It could always been a thing, like with the crowd work. But I've just noticed like a really big increase in that, and because of that, I'm just like, it's the same thing. I feel like sometimes like the crowd's doing more of the work than the comedian. But then again, I don't know comedians.
Right.
You know, like they are doing their own material, like they're doing their own stuff. But like when I see if it's always just crowd work, I'm like,
See,
what are you doing?
I think in the past it has been comedians were funny. They came up with sets and they would take the time and really think about them. And I think now comedians are funny because they're quick.
Yes.
If you're quick with it, you're funny, and that's I think a whole different like idea of what comedy is.
And if anything, even though I love her real bad, TikTok babes, you have destroyed our attention span because everything has to be so quick. Like
That
you have
two-time speed feature.
Oh,
I don't even know what you're saying, bruh.
like it's so bad, but like you said, like it has to be
Yeah.
quick. Like they have to like get the joke immediately. It can't be like drawn out. It can't be like formatted or like what's the word I'm looking for? Developed. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Prolonged.
Yes, prolonged. Yes, I like it. But like, it's not like there's no thought anymore. It's just like, okay, what's gonna give me a quick viral clip on TikTok so I can become famous?
Right.
You know?
And most of the time they're doing it for the social media. They're always recording it.
Exactly. You're recording every single set.
Yeah.
There's only one comedian that I know that I found on TikTok that I actually still watch because he's just like a very he's kind of like monotone. Oh my god, I think it's like Ralph something, but he is so funny because he's very monotone. He's like, yeah, just the other day, almost got hit with the car, and I'm just like,
it's like the opposite of what's popular.
Yeah.
exactly.
He's like slowing it back down.
He's like nonchalant, and his stories are funny, and I'm like, so where have you been? When I see, like when I scroll on TikTok, I'm just like, okay.
Who's that other comedian that came here? Preacher Lawson.
Preacher Lawson.
Oh, I missed it.
I love him. I love him so much. He's genuinely
pretty good
so
too.
funny, and his soul
Yeah.
is just so pure and beautiful.
And his mom was funny when she opened.
Yes.
Oh my
His
gosh.
mom opened for him. That's cool.
Yes,
Oh, that's
she was
good.
People
so
who bring
great.
their moms with them. People who bring their moms with them. You're
Bring
a good
your
person.
moms.
Bring
They're
your mom.
fun.
Yes, I want to meet your mom.
Shout out to the moms.
All of them.
All
Hello.
of them. Every single one. Tell your mother happy Valentine's Day, please.
Tell your mother happy.
Tell her.
Yo, this makes me think of mental health in the Black community and how we display love to each other. Like, can we talk about how we can show love and be love to each other? Like,
Right.
it doesn't have to be like a competition.
Funny enough, I think we were talking about this in Thrive. Oh.
Oh.
About how to like love ourselves and also like, oh gosh, I was either you or Donna. Oh my gosh. But basically like the conversation about having women of color friends and like the importance of that and like how that is self-love to us.
Yeah.
That was amazing. But also like the way I don't know, I think this goes hand in hand when it comes to love, but like the way we like hype each other up has so much love into it. Like your braids are eating down.
Like
Like,
literally.
oh, it's like the things like that. Like, it just shows like love in our community because like we're always hyping each other up. Like, you look good. It helps us with our like identity and like how we're perceiving ourselves. Because sometimes I'm having a bad day. And I get, oh my gosh, your jewelry looks so cute. I went,
Like that just made
true.
my entire
Yeah.
day. Like,
Exactly.
No,
literally
when you came in
Last-
and you complimented my polo, that was
Y'all,
great, bro. I'm
and
not
we
gonna
be
forget that for a
fitted.
minute.
exactly.
Last year I was at a
Proud of you.
Juneteenth celebration, and some woman, she came up and she's like, "I just love your shirt. It looks so good on you." And I was like,
like literally stop. Like, thank you,
Internally
auntie.
screaming.
Thank you, auntie. Y'all, okay. Last thing. Okay, you
Aw.
had said. I know. I'm sorry, y'all.
No,
I
it's
know
fine.
we
No,
bugging
it's
in here
okay.
for real.
Yeah.
But
Let's
last
get
thing.
another episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Last
Give
thing.
us another one.
Lachey, you had mentioned that y'all. We haven't even been saying each other's names. We were just saying you and them.
Oh, true.
Oh God,
They should know
bro.
our voices.
They should.
They should.
Lachey, you had
Rewind.
said that part. You had said
Give me
that
some of it.
everything we do it for the culture, everything from the top of our head to the soles of our feet. So I know the viewers listening won't be able to see this, but y'all, we be fitted every single day on this campus. Not every day, because we film class. Look kind of crazy.
Yeah, you gotta take some days
But
off.
I
Laundry
low key,
day.
y'all, would y'all indulge me in doing a really quick fit check?
Yes.
I would be honored.
You would be honored. Period. All right. So viewers at home, y'all won't be able to see this. I'm so sorry, but we're finna talk in the mic while he does his fit check.
My
Rishay's
fit
going
check.
up first.
My
Yes,
fit check.
sir.
Bass Pro Shops hat.
Hey.
Nice.
This is merch from one of an artist I like.
Hey, what's the artist?
I gotta gatekeep it. I gotta.
I hate
I gotta
gatekeepers.
gatekeep it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Truly,
my
truly.
Shayla.
All right. You see the collar. You see the. And then these pants.
Okay.
These pants got a story behind them.
Oh,
Okay, what's-
I thrifted them
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Nice.
like for $8.
Mm-hmm.
I go home. It says Wake jeans on it. I look up Wake jeans. They're Shein. They're Shein, bro.
No.
I know. Heartbreaking.
I was
So-
gonna say yay sustainability, but guess
No,
not.
No, but in a way.
In a way.
he
In
thrifted
a,
them.
in
Tried-
a way, I
tried.
thrifted them still.
Oh God.
What are the shoes?
The docs.
Oh, yo.
I need
winning.
a pair.
Docs.
I need a pair of docs. I need a pair of Tims. Oh, I need a pair of
Tim's.
Low key,
I'm trying to be in my stepping era. Okay.
Ross, go to Ross on Tuesdays because they stock up Monday night. Tuesday they have everything. I learned
Ooh.
that. I got some docs for only what, $30?
Yeah.
Don't get me
Yeah.
excited.
I'm going to Ross.
Don't
Yak
get me
trip.
excited.
ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lachey, what's up?
Oh Lord, this is the outfit. Oh gosh, hold up. Okay.
We said most days.
Come on
now.
now.
Not,
We
not
got-
every day.
we
It's
got
a
the
Friday.
She
vest.
fitted though. She fitted
A
though.
little bit. We got the vest from I think either Fred Meyers or Old Navy.
Okay.
We
I
got
don't know.
this. Oh my God, we got merch from one of my favorite YouTubers. They're triplets. They call it the Star Yellow Triplets. Love them real bad. They're actually going on tour. Love them. Anywho, we got these wonderful sweats. Yes,
Mhm.
Old Navy. If you can't tell, I love Old Navy. Sponsor me. Just kidding. Vans that are they these Vans, I've had them since 8th grade, y'all. These have been through the mud with their white Vans,
Hey,
and
we
I
need some
also
steppers.
have
Mhm.
my fuzzy socks that my mom got me for Christmas.
Aw, my mom got me fuzzy socks too.
Anywho,
Oh, y'all.
Alice,
Okay.
Yes,
you want
go
fit
for
check?
it.
I woke up at 6:30 to go swimming. It's not the best fit, guys. But today we have the Costco jacket
yes.
with the
Ooh.
blueberry shirt.
Yes!
From Etsy, support your small businesses.
Period.
I got these jeans at Target, I think, and then I got my dragon fruit Air Forces.
Period.
Yes.
That's a cute little fit.
W
Y'all, I
fit,
need a
fit.
good site to get good jeans. Cause
Me too.
bro, I need another pair of jeans, bro.
Yeah.
I need them so bad.
I would
Me too.
say, low key, if you want Old Navy, they do have some good jeans. 'Cause they're not, at least for me, I'm like, having to stretch them out in the changing room. Like, okay, one, two, ooh, three. Okay, well, I'll buy them.
Dance test.
Yeah.
But sometimes the prices.
They be having.
I don't.
Mm.
These jeans were $30, but I only bought them because they have a long inseam because I'm tall, and so I was like, oh. $30 long inseam because normally normally American Eagle they're like 50 to 80,
Oh, God.
and
That's
they're the
crazy.
only ones that have like jeans long enough. So when I saw these at Target, I was like, oh snatch!
That's
Snatch
crazy.
indeed.
Period.
Hmm.
All right, y'all.
Sade, would you
All
like to
right, y'all.
go?
Period.
Yeah.
Now I'm a gatekeeping warrior as well.
Oh. Hypocrite. Anyways.
Hair from my mom. Shout out her. You know,
Love.
looks from my mom too.
Let
Shout
her
out
know, let her know,
me.
let her know.
I got the jewelry from my grandma.
Yes.
Period.
Let 'em know.
And then the actual fit is a 2-piece with what are those called? Some shoes you can work out in.
What am I know what they're called. Blazers? No.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they're
Nike
Blazers.
Trailblazers.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
Trailblazers.
They are Trailblazers.
Yeah,
No, wait,
no,
Blazers.
just
I think
Blazers.
they're
Just Blazers?
I
Just
don't know. I think
Blazers.
Trailblazers
Okay,
are
guys, I
something
was
else.
right on shoes for once.
Yes.
Look
Yay!
at you go.
I don't know my shoe game. It's bad.
That's okay.
All right, y'all. Ooh, my chair done went back to the right height. Oh, sorry, y'all. All right, y'all. Well, it has been a great episode
It
of the
has.
Real Authentic People podcast. And thank you, BSU, for joining us
Oh,
today.
you're so welcome.
Thank
As
you.
always, my name is Sade. What's your guys' names again?
Riche.
Lashaya.
Allison.
Hey. Now, as always, if you guys would like to continue this conversation, please come join us at the DEC. If you guys would ever like to meet BSU, reach out to them on their Instagram, CWU_BSU.
Please.
And they have a TikTok. What's their TikTok called?
BSU. I think it's BSU_CWU.
Yeah, it's BSU_CWU.
Tap in.
Tap in with the
Tap in
content.
with the TikTok.
Tap in with the reels.
With the IG.
Hey, we get active, we get lit. All right.
Mhm.
Now, if y'all want to continue the conversation with us in person, please, the DEC is open from 10 to 7 on weekdays and 10 to 5 on Fridays. All right, y'all. This has been the Real Authentic People podcast. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.